Welcome to the deep dive. Let's get straight to it. There's been a lot of buzz on social media recently about Justin Bieber and Sean Diddy Combs. It seems to be fueled by these older videos resurfacing of Bieber when he was just a young teenager.
Yeah, really young, back in his early days.
So we've looked through the news reports, TMZ, India Times, The Independent, all from around mid-May 2025 to try and get a handle on this.
Right.
Our goal here is really to, cut through the noise, the speculation, understand what's actually being claimed, what Bieber's connection to Diddy really was or is.
And how it fits into the bigger picture with Diddy's current legal troubles.
Exactly. We know you're probably curious, so we want to give you a clear, concise rundown without getting too bogged down. So maybe start with what actually kicked off this latest wave of online chatter.
Well, it's kind of fascinating how these things bubble up again, isn't it? We're talking about video clips, some interviews too from the early 2010s. Bieber was, around 15 years old?
Yeah, just starting out, really.
And these clips show him with Diddy, pulled out of their original context, maybe. These little snippets have just, boom, reignited all these questions online about their relationship back then.
And I gather there were a couple of specific moments that really caught fire online.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, one people point to is Diddy's appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live back in 2011.
Okay, what did he say?
Well, he made this comment about Bieber knowing better than to be talking about things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Big Brother Puff. That phrasing.
Right. A comment like that, it definitely makes you pause and wonder what he meant. It's ambiguous.
For sure. Leaves a lot of room for interpretation,
Yeah.
especially looking back now. And then there was another video, wasn't there, from even earlier, like 2009.
That's the one. Yeah, 2009. It shows Diddy outside, looks like a house, there's a car nearby, and he's talking to Bieber. And Diddy's heard saying something like, as soon as you turn 16, I'm going to let you rock this car. But then he adds that they can't really reveal what they get up to, calling it a 15-year-old's dream and talking about going buck full crazy for 48 hours.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I can absolutely see how viewing that through today's lens with everything else going on.
Exactly. Those kinds of comments, that kind of interaction, it just sparks immediate speculation online.
No doubt. Understandably, those clips led to a whole bunch of theories, people trying to piece together what that relationship might have actually been like. But importantly, we do have official responses now addressing these specific moments, right?
Yes, thankfully. Justin Bieber's representative put out a formal statement, sent it to TMZ and E! News, I believe, really trying to address this head on.
And the message was pretty clear.
Very clear.
Yes.
The core of it was, and I'm paraphrasing slightly, look, Justin is not one of Sean Combs' victims. But, crucially, they added, there are individuals who were genuinely harmed by him. Shifting focus away from that reality just detracts from the justice these victims deserve.
Okay, so that's a very direct statement. He's explicitly saying, I am not a victim.
Correct, and also making a point to sort of redirect the attention, saying, don't get distracted by this, focus on the people who are making claims.
That's unequivocal. And it immediately makes you think about the larger context, the serious allegations against Diddy. Now, beyond that official statement, TMZ also had sources weighing in.
Yeah.
People who supposedly know Bieber well.
That's right. TMZ reported they spoke with several sources, people they described as being, quote, at the center of Justin's life, both back then and now. So supposedly people with real insight.
And what was their take? What did they have to say?
These sources were pretty adamant. They stated quite firmly that nothing untoward happened between them, meaning Bieber and Diddy. And they explicitly said Diddy never sexually or otherwise abused Bieber.
Okay, so strong denial there. Did they offer any explanation for those clips, the ones that look suggestive now?
They did. Their explanation was that those public appearances, those interactions caught on camera were largely performative. That was the word they used.
Performative, meaning?
Meaning like for show, for the cameras, for the public image. They suggested the connection wasn't some deep personal bond between Bieber and Diddy himself. Instead, it stemmed more from Bieber being friends with Diddy's sons, Quincy and Justin Combs.
Ah, okay. So the argument is he was hanging out with the sons, Diddy was around, and some of these filmed moments were more about projecting an image, like mentor-mentee or just powerful people associating.
Sort of, yeah. That seems to be the implication. More for public consumption, for entertainment value, rather than reflecting some kind of hidden dark dynamic. That's the picture they're painting anyway.
Interesting. It provides a different lens, certainly. But as we said, you really can't talk about any of this without acknowledging the incredibly serious legal situation Diddy is actually facing right now.
Absolutely not. It's crucial context. This whole Bieber thing is resurfacing against the backdrop of these major federal investigations and lawsuits against Diddy. He's facing extremely serious charges. We're talking sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution, and racketeering conspiracy.
RICO charges, essentially, which implies a pattern of criminal activity over time linked to an organization or enterprise.
Exactly. These are not minor accusations.
And the time frame the authorities are looking at is quite long, isn't it?
It is. The allegations reportedly span from 2004 all the way up to 2024. 2 decades.
Wow. And a key element in bringing some of this to light has been the testimony, or the lawsuit initially, from Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former girlfriend.
Yes, her lawsuit, which was settled quickly, but the details contained within it and subsequent reporting and legal actions have been really significant.
Her account included some really disturbing details, didn't it?
It certainly did. She described things like freak-offs, which were alleged sex parties, widespread drug use, and of course there was that shocking 2016 hotel surveillance video showing him assaulting her.
Which Diddy later apologized for after the video became public.
Correct. But her initial account brought forward many of these elements that are now part of the broader legal scrutiny. It's important, of course, to remember these are allegations and testimony within active legal cases.
Absolutely. And it's not just Cassie's story. You mentioned India Times reporting a large number of lawsuits.
That's right. Some reports mention over 100 lawsuits have been filed against Diddy in total, alleging various forms of misconduct. It paints a picture of numerous individuals coming forward with claims over many years.
It's quite staggering. Now, other famous names have sometimes popped up in relation to Diddy's world. People like Drake, Kid Cudi, Michael B. Jordan, even Britney Spears were mentioned in some reports or filings, I think.
Yes, their names have appeared in some legal documents or news reports, often in the context of being present at parties or events where alleged activities took place. But it's important to clarify, their mention doesn't mean they're facing the same kind of direct charges Diddy is. Their connection seems different, less direct, at least based on the public information about the core charges, like trafficking and racketeering.
Right. So while their names are part of the, let's say, the orbit or the narrative around Diddy's lifestyle, it's not the same as being directly implicated in these specific federal charges.
Exactly. It's a distinction worth making.
Okay. Which brings us back then to that statement from Justin Bieber's team. Their emphasis on focusing on the actual accusers.
Precisely. The statement from his rep really tried to hammer that home, urging people not to get sidetracked by speculation about Bieber, who says he wasn't harmed, and instead to focus on those who have claimed they were genuinely harmed by Diddy. It's a plea, really, to keep the focus on the core legal issues and the alleged victims at the center of those cases.
So wrapping up our deep dive here, the main takeaway regarding Bieber is his public denial, through his rep, of being a victim of Diddy.
Yeah.
And this is backed up by sources close to him who claimed those old, awkward-looking videos were essentially performative. And his main link was friendship with Diddy's kids.
Correct. That's the narrative being put forward by Bieber's camp. And all of this, again, happening while Diddy faces these incredibly serious legal battles involving numerous allegations. The message seems to be, let the legal process play out and focus attention on the actual accusers.
It definitely highlights just how complicated it is navigating information today, doesn't it? These old clips pop up, taken out of time, put into a new, very dark context, and boom, speculation runs wild.
Yeah, the digital echo chamber.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Okay.
About the importance of trying to stick to credible sources, official statements, versus just running with online chatter, especially when things are this sensitive and potentially damaging. A lot to consider. Thanks for breaking that down with me.
Anytime. It's a complex situation, for sure.